Sit back and throw one back with your pinky in the air and a middle finger to the world, and join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as we look back on this day in pro wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get our wrestling history on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is April 27th, and we're going to start off as we always do on a positive note. That's right, these are your pro wrestling birthdays. 1974, journeyman Canadian wrestler Johnny Devine. 1981, don't call him A-Rye, it's Alex Riley. And last but not least, 1983, veterans women's worker Lacey. Of course, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for April 27th. 2015, Vern Gagne. Alright, enough of the sad stuff. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. That's right, these are your pro wrestling history highlights for April 27th. Alright, another short trip in the Wayback Machine today, but let's start in 1957. The first ever tag team match involving women in the United States was held in St. Louis, Missouri, with June Byers and Chyna Mara versus Penny Banner and Bonnie Watson. Grooving into the 60s, 1962, Dick Beyer wrestles as the Mass Destroyer for the first time and defeats Seymour Kennog in San Diego, California. Just leaping over the 70s and going to the 80s today, 1981, Tommy Rich defeats Harley Race for the NWA World Heavyweight title in Augusta, Georgia. This ends Race's 5th title reign. Harley would win the back belt 4 days later. 1987, Austin Idol defeats Jerry Lawler to win the Southern Heavyweight title in Memphis, Tennessee, in what is arguably one of the most famous matches in Memphis wrestling history. The match was a steel cage bout with a cage that covered the floor and ringside area. Austin Idol and manager Paul E. Dangerously had promised to refund the money of every fan in the Mid-South Coliseum if Idol lost the match. Lawler, in addition to the Southern Heavyweight title, also put his hair on the line. The finish saw Tommy Rich, who flew into Memphis from Japan that morning and hid under the ring all day with a 6-pack of beer and an air mattress, come up from the ring after a ref bump and help Idol win the match. Lawler had his hair cut to a crew cut length, while fans were literally grabbing and shaking the cage in anger. This match ended Lawler's 36th Southern title reign after only 1 week, and began Idol's 3rd title reign. The Lawler vs. Idol and Rich feud would continue for several months, ending with Lawler and Bill Dundee defeating Idol and Rich in a scaffold match. Second stop in 92 sees Brian Christopher defeat Tom Pritchard in a rematch for the USWA Southern Heavyweight title. And last but not least, on our short trip down in history lane today, 1997, Jerry Lawler defeats King Reginald, aka Reggie B. Fine, for the USWA Unified Heavyweight title in Memphis, Tennessee, starting Lawler's 27th and final run with that particular title. Those were your short but sweet pro wrestling history highlights for April 27th. I'm the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, and we'll see you tomorrow.